Reach for the stars, everyone. I am the one Oigasius, and welcome to part 13 of Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Select the stage.
So, this is going to be the last part of the Dark story, everyone. So there's one more thing of rouges that I need to get. And it will be in Security Hall. So for this one, we want to go to the yellow section, which I believe is directly above me. I should probably grab... Oh my gosh! Some rings. I should probably grab some rings, so I don't get killed by a stray laser or something. Ah, there's the shrine I'm looking for. I want to kill this guy because he makes me nervous. So play the Mystic Melody on this shrine right here. This is in yellow section C. And you'll make these platforms appear. And since we have the nails, we can get to our upgrade, the Treasure Scope, where we can see things that we couldn't before. Change the action window with the Y button, press B button used, just jump to take them off. And there we go. Like we have an extra life here we couldn't see. Yeah, Eggman, I'm not even doing your mission. So this will be required for some of the hard mode missions in the game, so keep that in mind. But now we've taken care of that. That's all we actually needed, because Shadow's last upgrade is in the story.
Select the story.
Speaking of which, this is of course Shadow's theme. So, let's go to it and finish the Dark story, shall we?
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the one and only ultimate life form. Finally, all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are set. I'm so upset. I'm almost finished. All this time, someone's been trying to get at the Eclipse Cannon. There's no hope for him now. It's important you don't make any mistakes right now.
Sadly, this seems to be the only Shadow sequence that we will be seeing of that, because Shadow doesn't have that many stages. But now we're at Final Chase, where we hurry to Eclipse Cannon, and I'm going to shove so you can listen to the music. Alrighty then. So as you can see, I took a little shortcut there because I say, screw it. So there are multiple different ways to go in this stage, but honestly, I don't think it's too hard. The biggest problem is these cylinders right here, which move you on a set gravity path. And they pull you towards them with their own gravity. So don't try to jump towards them or you may just fall into space. Because of course, there's nothing but giant cliff below you. Make sure to pull back very quickly when you reach that point. Oh, where is the... Okay, so it's a little further ahead. so I believe it's the next vertical drop we're looking for, not here. Sure hope I didn't miss it. No, I think it's this one. Let me see. This doesn't really match, though. I'm beginning to think I missed it, but... Oh, wait! No. I think this is right. Yeah, because you're looking for multiple vertical drums in the same set, just one after another. So this should be the third one. And we're looking for the fifth one. This is the fourth. And the fifth one is right over there. Instead of jumping to the platform, go all the way to the top, and yeah, here we go. Mystic Melody. This will be by the play mysterious melodies. We know how this works. So let's play it so we can get back to the main stage. When these guys drop their shield to shoot you, that's when you attack them. Otherwise, they'll stop you from being able to attack them. Probably should mention that sooner, but whatever. This is the last stage of the Dark Story, folks. As far as last stages go, I really don't think it's all that hard. Make sure to hold the B button when you go down the rail so you get some killer speed. Tails the ultimate life form, he may as well get a ton of speed for his trouble, right? And normally you go on to the towers, but I'm gonna cheat and just take this top path here because, well, I can. Why not? Going forward, and you can take this path too. We get a little shortcut to the exit. As you can see, this gravity is pretty strong, and I'm having difficulty going on this tube for some reason. Weird. Okay, whatever. I'll lay on the rail and a stylish grind. Why not? Let's see what the left path goes. Ah! Alrighty then. So yeah. I know it's the last stage, but there really isn't a whole lot to talk about here. It really isn't all that hard. Not nearly as hard as you would expect. I say as I nearly go flying off into space. I'll grab me an extra life, because why not? Stupid artificial chaos. Whew. That was kind of risky. Yeah, we're nearly done here, folks. Our plan to conquer the world is nearing its conclusion. Just gotta stop whoever's head for the Eclipse Cannon center. Make sure there isn't any loose ends. Now be careful, if you're too close to the meteors when they blow up, they will hurt you. But I find that that's not really much of a problem for myself. And we're done!
Here we go!
That was the last stage of the Dark Story. Not that challenging, I must say.
Too easy for me.
Yeah, perfect thing to say there, Shadow. I'm kind of surprised I didn't get an A rank. Ah, well. on the arcane countdown. 5 minutes, 44 seconds.
You never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog. I thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
You know, what can I say? I die hard.
So, there's more to you than just looking like me. What are you, really?
What you get? Just a guy that loves it. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see. But you know, I can't let you go. Your days are coming to an end.
Little bit of a music cut off there, but yeah, Sonic is alive! How did that happen?
Alright, Shadow. Time for me to finish this.
Alright, so this final battle is actually not that hard. Just simply homing attack him. But, as you can see, the ground is breaking underneath us. Whoa, 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 whoa! Did Sonic just use chaos control? He's supposed to say, I'll use your technique, but of course, the audio doesn't exactly work. Now at this point, Sonic's going to adapt a different strategy. Now normally there's a strategy to deal with this, but with a bit of finagling you can find a different strat actually. So I'm going to try to do that just to make this interesting. In the hero story I'll show how you're supposed to do it and just wreck this fight, but I'm going to try to make this epic. I'm going the wrong way! Well, I blew it.
Alright, Shadow. Time for me to finish this.
Maybe I will show the right way. Okay, I'll show it in more or less the right way, because it seems like Sonic's a little too good for that. So after about... Oh. He just fell off the whole thing. Yeah, so at that point, Sonic gets to a point where he's smart and keeps jumping every time you try to do a homing attack. Unless you do something unexpected. Let him use his Sonic Wind there, which, with some quick reaction, you can dodge it. Let him get ahead a little bit, and he'll use it. And then, he's vulnerable, but you have to be fast. Like I said, there's a much easier way to do this fight, but I'm trying to make this interesting. Dang it! I missed him! Well, that was stupid. By the way, that is an actual song going on in the background there. How do I keep missing him? Does this strategy not work? I could have sworn it was another way to do it. Wait, where did he even go? I'm losing track of him. Got him! Okay, if you're fast enough, you can do that. Got him! central control room. Cannon countdown 40 seconds.
This completes my plan to take over the world. Now begins the glorious era of the Empire of Eggman.
So yeah, that was the dark story of Sonic Adventure 2 Val. And yes, I'm going to talk over the credits because, oddly enough, the credits does not play this full theme song. I know, right? In fact, literally, I think the only version of the theme song that plays in full in this version of the game is Sonic's theme that plays at the end of the hero story. So, yeah, that's a bit on the weird side, but whatever. So, yeah, we beat up Sonic, took out all of his friends, and have actually succeeded in conquering the world. Or so it seems, anyways. Truth be told, this is actually what is supposed to happen in the long run of the game. As for why it happens that way, well, we'll find out in a bit. But, yeah, I think I did a pretty decent job. I mean, Mad Space was, well, maddening, but I think that and Security Hall were about the only two stages that really gave me trouble in this playthrough, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, not too bad for not having played this game in at least 5 years. At least. But it holds up. I really love this game. It controls just fine. And yeah, I find that everything works very well. Dang you, Mad Space. Sorry I couldn't show where the switch is for fixing the thing. Maybe you can only get that when you have the pick nails. I'm pretty sure it's at the bottom of the area, maybe underneath the mailbox. If you guys are wondering where it is, maybe look up a walkthrough or something. I'm sure you could probably find it. Because I just didn't find it. I know there is one though. I remember vividly hitting it before. Yeah, this game was made for Sonic's 10th anniversary. I forgot about that. Probably one of the only anniversary Sonic games besides Sonic Generations actually worked. Now select scenes from the Dark Story. Cool. And Time Attack boss stages in the Dark Story. And new 2-player battle stages have been locked.
The military's top-secret weapon, Project Shadow, was stolen from a military base located on the deserted island in the southern seas. This incident increased worldwide terrorist activities. Sonic the Hedgehog was arrested. The adventure for truth leads to the incidents that shock the entire world. The story takes our hero Sonic from the Earth and into outer space. Sonic Adventure 2, Hero Side Story. Farewell, Sonic. Forever.
Well, that's ominous. Maybe they thought this would be the last Sonic game? But yeah, if you complete the Dark Side story first, we get that cool little trailer for the Hero Side story. And obviously vice versa for if you complete the Hero Side story first. I usually beat the Hero Side story first, so I'm not very familiar with that one. But on top of that, there's something else we get when we've completed. We saw scene select and...
Select the story. Next, select a scene.
Yep, we can look at any of the scenes from the Dark story and enter them complete with the stages, allowing us to go to any point in the Dark story we want, replaying it as we see fit. And if you're trying to go for A ranks for the Dark story, that will count for the first mission. Of course, if you want to do any of the other missions, you have to go to stage select and go to them normal.
Kart racing.
Oh, nothing for that.
Decide the rules of engagement. Emblem list.
Probably should have done that last in hindsight.
Set options. Find your file. Customize your menu screen.
Surprisingly, Shao seems to be perfectly fine with that kind of stuff.
I'm not interested.
I love that. So, without further ado, it's time to listen to the proper full version of the theme of Shadow, Throw It All Away, which I believe is the longest song in the game, so sit back and enjoy. Edgy as ever, Shadow. Alrighty then. Well, before I go, I may as well show off the scene select vocals for the other dark characters. So first off, Rouge.
Select a story. Select a scene.
Yeah, basic, but I figure if I'm making a complete thing.
I'm not good enough for you?
I just realized Xiao is the only dark character who doesn't complain about you changing them.
Select a story. Which scene do you want to start?
And while I'm with Eggman, I may as well show one final thing.
There's no time to be listening to music.
I love that. But you might be wondering what happens if you actually click one of the themes. Like I said, they don't play the full version of any of them save for Theme of Sonic. But should you do that, this is what happens. So what's really cool about that is that if you guys remember CD players from back in the day, I'm pretty sure this CD is what the official Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack looks like. Of course, they add Battle to the logo, but apart from that, I think it might be identical. And the way that looks with the spinning CD here is how it looks when CDs actually were playing in a CD player. Granted, I think they spin a tad faster, but yeah, that's a pretty neat little thing that they added. They didn't need to do that, but hey, they did. Pretty cool. So with that, we've completed the Dark story, so in the next part, we will tackle completing the Hero story, and then we will be finished with Sonic Adventure 2 Val. Or will we? We shall see. Okay, so on that note, to all my viewers, subscribers, and overall fans out there, until the next time, may the stars shine down on you.